Hey, I'm John, and today we're back at it with another League video, this time featuring Blitzcrank, the only robot.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Now, if you ever played against a Blitzcrank before, you'll know that no matter how dire the situation is, all it takes is one hook for the game to completely change. Hooking an out of position carry late game can turn you into a hero, and on the other hand, missing a hook will turn you into nothing else but a pariah with question mark things. But it's 2023, and there's no shortage of hook support. You got Blitz, Knot, Pike, Renata, and who can forget Thresh. But to me, there's nothing really that puts the fear into the enemy's eyes as much as a Blitz hook, and there's nothing else that puts more relief either when you miss one. Now you might ask, how are we gonna play Blitz? And I'm glad you did. So for this, we're gonna go support. Now, while admittedly his kit is one of the simplest, which really doesn't say much nowadays considering that new champions have paragraphs upon paragraphs of text nowadays, we really only care about two of his abilities, his Q and his R. His Q is his signature hook ability, which simply just throws a hook hitting the first target hit and bringing them back. Now, what separates this from all the other hook is that relatively, it's fast. It also positions whoever you hit on you, and it also has a ridiculous 120% AP ratio on top of a very generous base damage. But keep in mind that the hook itself has a very long cooldown, and with this being, 95% of Blitzcrank's hit, you'll be more useless than that cannon minion that comes every 2 waves if you miss it. His R has 2 components. A passive one that deals damage after 1 second if you auto-attack them at least once while it's not on cooldown, and an active component which nukes everything around you and silencing them as well. This, much like his hook, has a absurd 100% AP ratio, in fact 150% if you actually manage to at least get 1 proc of your passive in. And combined with your hook, it makes for a nasty amount of damage in the early to mid game, allowing you to easily secure any kill that comes along your way. For summoners, we're taking Smite and Flash. Now why Smite, you might ask, and I'm glad you asked, and it's for these 3 reasons. 1. To ruin the life of the enemy jungler at level 1 and 2. 2. To do the totally obvious hook smite combo. And 3. To more easily secure cannon minions. Trust me, they'll thank you later. For runes, it doesn't matter what keystone you pick can Electrocute for more burst, Dark Harvest if you want to scale, Comet for harass, I guess, or my personal favorite, Predator, which allows you to run at Mach 3 into Flash just so you can miss the hook. I do, however, recommend you get both Hextech Flash and Cosmic Insight, because not only are you heavily reliant on your Flash, you'll also want to be setting up and traversing angles when your Flash is off cooldown, to instill fear into both your team and the enemy. Now, moving on to how to play this game. As a Blitzcrank main, your job is to cause chaos. And, with our Smite in hand, we want to single-handedly force our team to invade and coin flip the game at minute 0. Now, in some games like this one, you'll be unfortunate enough that nothing will happen. But in most games, what happens is a level 1 brawl, where hopefully and tactically, you can sacrifice some of your teams and maybe yourself for some early kill. Now, if possible, also try to Blitz Smite and steal away the buff from the enemy jungler. This way, you'll make it so that the enemy jungler never ganks your teammate's lane, because they're gonna be too busy ganking yours all game. Now, for laning phase, you're likely going to get poked down a lot. And I'm going to be honest, there really is not an easy way around this. But if you can't find yourself landing hooks, you're basically just going to be telling your ADC to fend for themselves. If you are having a tough time landing hooks, however, just remember that we do have the Smite and hook combo. Now, like most cheat strategies, it's bound to work at least once. Or twice. Outside of that, every time you go back, whether because you died or got a kill, try to make an effort to gank for your solo laners. It doesn't matter if you're level 4, 6, or 18, all it matters is that you run in there like a maniac and hook them. Is the enemy Caitlyn fed because you have been feeding her a bit too much in lane? No problem, just go in, run at her like an absolute maniac, and it's a free kill. Your job as a pseudo support / jungler means that you have to support your team in all their objective needs. Help your jungler out by smiting the camp that they're doing, and really hone into the enemy that no objective is safe by stealing it and running away. Now, as for late game, Blitzcrank is all about a hero that can pick off the enemy carries. So it's important that you position yourself well and ambush anybody that comes, as it's a best case situation that you can trade yourself 1-for-1 for the enemy carry for an easy victory. Good luck and have fun.
has been slain.